There are some super powerful tools found within Google Docs that they've added in the past couple of years that I think are worth mentioning in order to help you as a teacher as well as your students be successful in creating whether the reports, written documents, those types of things. So I want to show you two of these in this particular video and then have you try these out yourself. So I'm gonna click on Tools here, and the first one that I'm going to explore is called Voice Typing. So this is a super powerful tool found within Google Docs that allows you to take and use your voice to create a typewritten page. And so basically it's a speech-to-text type of tool. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on this microphone, and when I do, what you're going to notice is that it's going to convert everything that I'm speaking into text. Now it's not perfect, but watch how closely it's able to take and convert my speech to text. When you first launch it, it might give you a warning like this, say allow. And now I am ready to start typing with my voice, period. I can use punctuation as I'm speaking in order to get my exclamation points and other things into the right spot, period. I can even say things like new paragraph or other things like space, period. So what you'll notice is that Google Voice Typing actually works pretty well. The best part about it is that as students, especially those that struggle with the writing or typing of words, this is a way for them to get their thoughts down on paper. You still have to go back and preview what you've spoken and is then typed on the page in order to make sure it's clear, it's concise, it's articulate, those types of things, because it doesn't always get every word that you speak. So what it really does, in my opinion, and every once in a while it will shut off, so I have to come back. So what it actually does, in my opinion, is it helps those kids that are struggling to get the written word down to get them past that stage so they can get on to the revision piece, which is so important in the writing process. So that's voice typing. Again, to find it, we simply come up here to our tools. We click on voice typing. Remember, the first time you launch it, it's going to ask you to allow it. You say yes, and then all we have to do is click here, and you can begin to type your sentences. One of the other things that we can do, notice we have different types, different languages here. So if I want to look at Espanol, I can click on this. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. And what you'll notice is that actually taking that is written that in Spanish. So for foreign language teachers, think about the power of that. If you're trying to help those individuals in your class that are trying to speak in a proficient way using a different language, a foreign language, you can actually use Google Voice Typing to do that. So that's Google Voice Typing, super powerful, super cool. One other tool that I want to show you is called the Explore feature within the Tools menu of Google Docs. So I'm going to start with a blank document. Now what you'll notice is that I have Jeff's dolphin report up here. So let's just say my teacher's asked me to do a report on dolphins. Well, I don't know a lot about dolphins, so what I can do is I can come to my Tools menu and click on Explore. And when I do that, what it allows me to do is it creates another window over here, right, a panel, and I'm just going to type in dolphins, all right? And so when I do that, what you're going to find is I've got lots of other things. Now, I don't want to look at the Miami Dolphins, so just like in other search areas, I can see a Miami, a minus Miami, and what I'm telling Google to do is search for dolphins, but not any of the Miami Dolphins. When I do that, it starts to find articles here on dolphins that I can then use to help with my report. So let's just take a look at Wikipedia. If I click on this link right here, what it does is it will give me lots of information on dolphins. And from this, I can begin to paraphrase what I know about dolphins from this article, as well as maybe this article here. So it gives me an opportunity, instead of sending kids out onto the web and just giving them an open, browser, I'm actually trying to contain it within my Google Doc, and then it's going to open up some secondary different windows here. So now I do not recommend that you do this. Again, I'm just doing this for the sake of making it quick and easy. I'm going to take and select some text, and let's just pretend that this is these are my words. Okay, so I'm going to take this up a little bit so you guys can see that. And now I've got some different, got some formatting issues. That's how you can tell whether your kids have plagiarized or not. But let's say I've written this in my own words. I've gotten it from this site right here, and now I want to cite the source. What do? Whenever I hover over one of these different panels here, what you're going to notice is that this little quotation, so we're going to cite this. Notice it says cite as a footnote. If I click on this, it puts a 1 here. I scroll to the bottom of the page, and now what you'll see is when I've accessed it. So it actually puts that into a footnote format. Now some of you are going to ask, yeah, what format is it? At the very top under web results, if I click on this, I can actually select the citation format. So if my teacher's asking for APA, I simply change it to APA, and I am ready to go. Now, one of the other super cool things about this, again, with this panel, you notice I have web here. So these are our more instances where we have text-based pieces, but I can also click on images here. And you notice I get several images that I can check out and embed into my document as well. And so let's say I like this image right here. I simply click, hold, and if I drag, what it allows me to do is place that image somewhere inside of the document. Now that's a large image there, so I'm going to take and resize that a little bit. Remember our wrap feature right here. Again, I'm going to move it over to the left-hand side of my page here, and let me shrink it up just a little bit more so you can kind of see how that wraps around there. So inline, wrap text, and so on and so forth. So there you go. So it's wrapped around. So again, what about footnoting this? Well, actually, if you notice that if we look at this particular image right here, it has the formatting that's associated with it already part of that image. So if you click on that, it's going to take you right to that image. So that's the Explore feature here. Again, super powerful what you can do inside of Google Docs using these simple tools, voice typing, as well as the Explore feature.